So we talked about how I talked to Isidru a little bit. I actually picked Ethan's brain a little bit, and I was like, hey, is there anyone that you're worried about, or is there anyone that you're super confident that you have this against? And he was like, I've literally beaten everyone before. I've done it once. So all I need to do is just do it again.
So Wrenched, Ethan has lost to Wrenched. Yeah, Wrenched has won 4 times, and then at Spring Champs, Ethan won. At Mayhem of Ragnarok, Ethan won one of the sets. Then at Low Tier City, Ethan won one of the sets. Super Summer Slam, Ethan won one of the sets. These two have played each other in PR tournaments in 2019 8 times.
That's quite a few times.
That is so much.
Especially considering they're not both hitting grand finals a bunch of times, right? Like, you expect that kind of matchup with Wrench and, like, Sandstorm, or Wrenched and Boomy. But Wrenched and Ethan not meeting in the top, like, grand finals a lot, but still fighting against each other a lot, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, they have a really deep history with one another, and Wrenched making it not look like they're 4-4 in PR tournament sets this year.
He's making it look like 8-0.
Almost just 0 to deathing. I think it looks like he has like one hit.
A little bit of damage. I mean, less damage than he had on Ethan at the moment, but Ethan able to put a little bit of damage out onto Wrenched.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a beat out recovery.
Man.
Stuffed.
Man, having that little animation gives you so much valuable information. So you don't even have to guess. You don't have to rely on the audio cue. Like, you know.
It's really nice for those players who don't wear the headsets, right? Because that's one thing that happened a while back is that Isidru didn't hear that it got stuffed because he wasn't wearing the headset. So he ended up overcommitting and getting knocked out for it.
Ethan hitting the nice double D-Light Sair. Still hasn't taken away this first stock from Wrenched. This might be the edge guard to do it.
Another one.
Still touched.
Yeah, he's still getting these wall touches, so Ethan can only do that so many times before Wrenched adapts and starts hitting that target in that spear ground pound.
Ooh.
Got him again. Double neutralite. Wrench really running away with game number 1 over Ethan. Downlight recovery, and that is it.
That's a 3-stock.
3-stocking to start this set off.
That's 200 damage that Wrench took on that first stock and still didn't get knocked out.
Yeah. Wild cards Wrenched on the left side, going up against Ethan.
From the In Control Nation.
He is a member of that In Control Nation, and he's also a member of the Unarmed Nation with the way that he is getting this damage built up onto Wrenched.
But he has a dual citizenship, also in the Sword triple citizenship in the Sword Nation. Holy cow! And he's still at the weapon toss.
Complete
and that one is a 0 to death.
Complete reversal from what happened in game number 1.
I don't understand how players do that.
Yeah, I know, right? Go from getting 3 stocks to 0 to deathing your opponent. Wrench still in the feeling out phase, though. Trying to see how Ethan's going to react out of some of these Qatar hits. Sidelight, downlight, Sair again coming from Ethan. Ooh. The weight. Downlight, gravity cancel, neutral heavy. Not quite enough damage on the Wrench, though.
Trying to find the haymaker to punish landing. Ooh, that down air was like right in the sweet spot.
That was like a fadeaway. He was still moving towards the platform, but just kind of threw out that down air. Side air, not quite enough. Gravity cancel sidelight should do it.
Shades of Sandstorm with that gravity cancel sidelight to finish off the stock.
They were at one point a 2v2 team. They did the best out of the North American team's last World Championship.
Ooh, the backside of that. Ethan tried to dodge through it.
didn't quite have the movement for it. Punish. Interesting option from Ethan. Ended up going for a side air off that side light. Still has the 1 stock lead over Wrenched. So all these trades are in his favor. Uh-oh. Dodge through, able to get back safely. There's the weapon spawn. Wrench trying to deny, hits the side air, and Ethan launched again. Gravity cancel. The downlight side air. Another side air. Ethan takes game number 2.
And that's a 2 stock. A pretty good answer back to the 3 stock in the game before.
I'm impressed with the fact that there hasn't been a complete blowout so far, right?
Yeah.
Like it's been back and forth. A lot of these players are really putting it all out there. Because this is the World Championship, they are going to be playing their hearts out.
Coming into this, no character swaps whatsoever from either of these players. Don't really expect one from Wrench. We've seen it from time to time from Ethan. But he's starting it off with the Satori's.
Yeah, I kind of expect Ethan to stick with this one. Wrenched as well, just because he loves his guitars so much. He did have that Lucian for a little while there, so there is that small chance that he'll switch back to it, but the Suri has definitely been the thing that he's been doing the best with. Downline side air. Oh, that's going to be a stuffed recovery. Ethan barely touching that bottom corner. That was almost devastating.
D-Light Dare has enough like forethought in the moment to fast fall down into the side air, knowing he can't pick up the recovery.
And gets the stock off of Wrench, but not quite the lead that he had in game number 2.
D-Light recovery, that's going to be the knockout. About 50 damage stands between Ethan and Wrenched on their second stocks.
Nice
Wrenched
spot dodge.
hasn't gotten any major strings. Ethan's done a great job of dodging or jumping or fast falling out of the way. Like even when Wrenched has caught his dodge, most of the time Ethan's done pretty good avoiding major damage.
Yeah, has not been caught in that big like dare loop that guitar players love to go for. Nice plays coming out from Ethan. Recognized that last time he hit the side light, Wrenched went high, so he was able to punish with a gravity cancel down light. Over to the sword. For the finisher, can Ethan get the hit that he's looking for? Downlight side air.
That's the dodge. Ethan's going to play it carefully.
What happened to good old downlight recovery? Sword players used to love that for finishing stocks.
Well, he was over on the edge. So maybe his estimation at that time was D-Light's side air.
Will kill a little bit faster.
The right side blast zone was maybe closer than the top blast zone.
Down signature will KO for Wrench, though, and now it's Ethan onto his final stock here in game number 3. But again, very paced between the two of them.
Ooh.
Solid string from Wrench.
Starting to look a little bit rough for Ethan in game 3.
A little bit of panic coming out from Ethan.
Man, that was close.
Not quite enough movement. The Nair from mid-screen will do it for Ethan. Put him down to the final stocks. And he's going to be sticking with the spear. This is Ethan's kind of comfort weapon. If you ever see him complain about a weapon, he's like, why isn't spear better?
But his spear play so far has been really consistent, which isn't always the easiest thing with spear. Ooh, D-Light Dare.
Goes for the double D-Light. Nice pogo. Shoves Wrenched away a little bit.
Ethan not being able to pick up a weapon there is rough.
He's got to fight for it. He has to fight for this weapon. Wrenched is going to deny him. With the recovery from Wrenched, and he takes game number 3. Wrenched 1 game away from earning his spot in the top 8.
No character swap.
Nope.
I think that's an interesting marker for Ethan, is no character swap. Because we've seen from him in the past, like at Shine, played a few different characters. Summer played a few different characters. Super Summer Slam, he played 3 different characters. Was it 3 or 4? 4.
But here we go, game number 4. Ethan with the spear in hand versus Wrench on his Comfort Guitars. You know what's interesting about Ethan in the spear versus guitars match is he's not going super spear nair heavy.
Yeah.
That's something that like a lot of players will do when they're going up against guitars because it's got that big circle around them. But Ethan doesn't do that.
Wrench right on the corner. Ethan just backs up a little bit. It's the D-Light side air. Another D-Light side air. D-Light recovery wouldn't have killed her.
Recovery, and Ethan takes the lead. This is what he needs. The game that he won is the one that he had a full stock lead to start it off. He needs as much of a lead as he can to start off the game. That ground pound. Most damage he can get.
Neutral light, neutral light.
Yo, true combo.
He tried to go for the third one, too.
Down signature will launch him. Nice. Ethan really likes to use spear ground pound on the edge.
Yeah. Man, Ethan still hasn't been knocked out.
Great movement, avoiding those finishing moves from Wrench, but moves a little bit too far forward. Downlight recovery, Wrenched evens up the stocks.
Only about 60 to 65 damage behind Ethan. In comes that spear. There's the side light, doesn't hit. Wrench tries a 3, 4, 5, 6.
And suddenly it's even. The 6-hit string from Wrenched. Downlight, double downlight. Ethan trying to style a little bit on his own. Is Pogo enough?
Oh man, that was so close to hitting. Didn't even need it. If Ethan keeps it up, we might see a game 5 situation here.
He's got to maintain this position over Wrenched. Pogo.
Man, Ethan is so quick to Pogo right on the edge and then immediately get back on. D-Light dare.
That's a stock.
Yep, that's going to confirm it for sure. Ooh, and the taunt coming out. Trying to get in the head of Ethan. Not a bad strategy.
Ethan is one of the more emotional players here in the top 16 of things.
Oh, never mind. Everything changed. Back-to-back in-lights into the dare. Oh, into the D-Light side air. That taunt fired Ethan up.
Nice hit coming out from Ethan. Getting more damage built up onto Wrench, but Wrench is getting bigger trades. Ethan needs to start thinking about the finisher. Downlight side air again. Ethan does not go for downlight recovery. Good avoidance.
Ethan needs to get this stock to take it to game 5. Wrench wants the victory here to take it 3-1 over Ethan, securing his spot in top 8.
Spear. What is his KO option with the spear? He doesn't use a lot of signatures.
It's been like recoveries off the top.
Or
we try to grab a double D-Light into the side air.
Yeah.
Neutral signature. Ethan staying alive, taking it to game 5. All of those 3 O's that we were looking at on the bracket earlier, those are gone.
28. 28. That's how much damage the difference between Ethan and Wrenched. And the mental change. Ethan gonna switch up the skins, going to the Demon Bride Hattori. This is gonna be massive. An Ethan win here would be huge.
It's huge on both sides because it's Wrench not making top 8 in a tournament. People probably expect him to be top 3.
Yeah. He is in a lot of people's predictions for top 3.
Making top 8 in one of the most competitive tournaments of all time.
Swinging that scoreboard 5-4 in Ethan's favor would be monumental.
I can't believe they've run into each other that often in tournaments.
Right?
That has to be one of the higher set counts.
When I was talking to Isidro, he was like, I've never fought double dive.
Yeah.
Which is like also, like, I've expected at this point that everyone's fought everyone once, but 8 times is pretty insane.
Now we're on
Changing up the
Apocalypse.
maps.
Yeah, completely different here. We haven't seen Apocalypse in our block.
No, I have not seen Apocalypse.
I don't know if I've seen Apocalypse in my block with TK earlier. Maybe saw it one time.
Ooh, good dodge through from Ethan. One of the things about Apocalypse that sets it apart from like Mammoth is that platform doesn't go to the outside. So if you're on the corner, you don't have that kind of hope that the platform will come and give you some relief. Instead, you have to kind of earn your spot on the main stage. Downlight recovery. Wrench in position to take the lead here in game number 5. And as I've been saying, Ethan needs as much of a lead as possible to start off the set, or to start off the game, and Wrench is going to be the one with the lead.
Yeah, any of the victories that he's secured have been with sizable leads in the beginning. You're absolutely right. And he has anything but that here.
No.
Wrenched maybe halfway through this stock.
Nice response from Ethan, getting himself back down. Great neutral signature. Gives him some hope, but Wrenched able to touch that sidewall.
Ethan just letting him come back to the wall. He doesn't want to try and contest that off stage. He knows how volatile that can be. I mean, that's what the D and Wrench stood for last year in the World Championships.
You know, the N also is still true for Wrench. There's no three-peat for FCC.
And you should still respect Wrenched.
True, for sure. Downlight side air. Ethan able to even up the stocks just a little bit, but the difference between their 2 health bars has remained the same.
And the E stands for now, Ethan, you're not getting into top 8.
Rude.
And the W stands for Wrenched.
So
Wrenched. Everything carries over from last year. Except the E has changed.
So the E is just not everything carried over.
The E is just targeting Ethan now.
Yeah, this is really mean of you, Wrenched. Gosh.
Well, I mean, the N targets LDZ.
Yeah, but it's different. Wrenched with the lead, denying the weapons from Ethan. Downlight, down air, wants the extra damage. He knows that a downlight recovery from there is not going to KO. Downlight side air again coming out from Ethan. Able to even up the damage. This is potential for Ethan. Ugh. Nice punish.
Ethan being very careful. You see how far away from that corner he's playing. Almost 1/3 of the stage away from that.
Recovery. Oh.
Oh,
That'll
okay,
do
all
it.
right.
Ethan takes the lead, but just barely. He needs as much of a gap as he can get. He needs this cherry on this cake.
He disarms himself by throwing away that spear toss, and that weapon spawn goes almost straight to Wrenched. Ethan grabs the sword. It's now sword v sword, backing up just a little bit, avoiding the D-light from Wrenched.
Downlight recovery. Stock count evened up. A negligible difference in damage.
And Wrenched has weapon advantage. Oh,
Nice.
Ethan just turned yellow with that. Ooh, now he's orange.
Side light, down light. Goes for the second one.
Got a little bit greedy.
Yeah.
When Wrench definitely had his dodge.
The fact that he was falling there made it so he couldn't go for his usual options.
Ooh!
Nice!
Oh, gets it this time! Oh my gosh, he's so close!
Can Ethan do it?
Oh, he's so close!
One of the favorites to take this tournament. Can Ethan knock him into the loser's bracket?
Oh man, that D-Light Dare bouncing him off the main block. Oh, he's side-sing Ethan, are you crazy?
Why are you doing
Oh,
this?
D-Light Ethan! Why wouldn't he D-Light recover that? Ethan takes it in game 5!
Ethan knocks Wrench into the loser's bracket.
Oh my, then Cake's head is just right in front of the camera.
Ruining
oh
the shot.
Holy
Ethan was
cow.
flexing for the crowd and everything. Ethan earns his spot in the winner's side of top 8.
Holy cow, man.
And he earned that spot.
Like Sandstorm beating Isidru, somewhat expected. Noel beating Cody, somewhat expected. Simple beating Boomy?
Well, that's
insane.
an upset.
That's pretty insane.
That's an upset.
Ethan beating Wrenched.
Biggest upset of our block.
That's crazy.
Oh,
That's crazy,
my
man.
goodness. Ethan is going to be going into the top 8. That means we've figured out 4 of our top 8 on the winner side of things, but we're still figuring out our losers' top 8.